What is going on, everyone? We know the Houston Texans are going to be looking to address the wide receiver position in the offseason. Now, there was a lot of news surrounding the Los Angeles Rams yesterday. The first news, the Houston Texans hired the Rams tight ends coach and pass game coordinator Nick Caley to be the Houston Texans' new offensive coordinator and play caller. And then a few hours later, we heard that Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Cooper Kupp has requested a trade. He said a goodbye and everything, which led some fans to ask, should the Houston Texans make a trade for Cooper Kupp? I mean, if there's anyone who knows what type of offense Nick Caley is going to bring to Houston, it is Cooper Kupp. Think about the connection between CJ Stroud and Cooper Kupp. Think about how this frees up Nico Collins. Now, you would have to trade for Cooper. He is 31 years old. So there is a lot to discuss. But ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't have to be Cooper Kupp. We can talk about Stephon Diggs. We can talk about anyone in free agency. Regardless, you know where I stand. While CJ Stroud is on his rookie deal, the Houston Texans need to do everything in their power to bring as much talent to this Houston Texans team before you have to make CJ Stroud one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. And you two are basically soul tied. We're going to discuss this further. My name is Ruben Calavillo. This is the 713 Houston Sportcast, where I drop daily Houston Texans content. So make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest news, rumors, and updates. And this episode is brought to you and powered by BetUS. Check out their live betting and casino on the website, on the app, and take advantage of the 125% promo bonus. This episode is brought to you and powered by BetUS. Go check out their website, live betting, live casino. Take advantage of the 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. On your second and third deposit, it's 125% bonus. Promo code YouTube150 gets that for you guys. Now, I'm going to read you a thread by our guy Texans Cap, which kind of scared me away, turned me away from the idea of the Houston Texans trading for Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp has 2 years remaining on his contract with a proper value of $39 million with $5 million guaranteed. Kupp has a $7.5 million roster bonus due on March 15th, 2025. $5 million of Kupp's $12.5 million 2025 base salary is fully guaranteed. Kupp also has a $5 million roster bonus due on the third day of the 2026 new league year and a non-guaranteed $14.85 million base salary. The thread continues. Without any contract adjustments, and Kupp is traded prior between March 12th and March 15th, acquiring team cap charges in 2025, the cap hit for Cooper Kupp will be $20 million. In 2026, it will be $19.85 million. A lot of money for a 32 and 33-year-old wide receiver. To facilitate a trade, LA could absorb some cash prior to this trade to lessen the burden of an acquiring team. Less need is a savvy GM with contract ideas in this area. This is where we get to the end of it. For my Houston Texans fans, as the team sits, there is not enough cap space to facilitate a trade without a unadjusted contract. Houston would need to complete basic restructures of two contracts between Nico Collins, Daniil Hunter, and Laremy Tunsil. In theory, presumably, Houston general manager Nick Caserio would have reworked contract pre-negotiated with Kupp in LA that would be signed off after the trade is complete. A new properly structured contract would create new cap space for 2025 to offset the initial cap charge from the trade. So, on both sides, they're going to have to work out the numbers. I mean, this is what kind of moves me away from Cooper Kupp. However, it's hard to deny who Cooper Kupp is. I mean, just a few years ago, the offensive player of the year, I mean, was getting talks during that historical season as the potential MVP of the league. I mean, 2021, 1,947 yards, 16 touchdowns, but you're not getting that Cooper Kupp in 2025. What he did last year in 12 games off of 100 targets, 67 receptions for 710 yards and 6 touchdowns. The year prior, he appeared in 12 games off of 95 targets, 59 catches, 737 yards, 5 touchdowns. 2022, the season where he got hurt, off of 9 games, 75 catches, 812 yards, 6 touchdowns. There's no question that Cooper Kupp fits the wide receiver need for this team, not only because he is a dynamic wideout, but also the skill set. The Houston Texans, they need a slot guy. You're not going to have Tank Dell for the season. You have little to no faith in John Mechie or Xavier Hutchinson, which is why I think the Houston Texans not only need to address wide receiver in free agency, but in the upcoming draft as well. Someone like Cooper Kupp would step in and immediately be a leader in this locker room. I mean, he has a Super Bowl ring, ladies and gentlemen, something that the Houston Texans haven't even sniffed. He will build an easy connection with CJ Stroud. I can see Cooper Kupp being like the safety blanket for CJ next season. But like we said, the money has to make sense. And I don't want to pay Cooper Kupp when he's 32, 33, $20 million and $19.85 million. Now, reportedly, we heard that the Los Angeles Rams will be willing to eat up some of that contract, to make the trade more appealing. Okay, maybe they could work something out. But if you're asking me, I'm going to say no on Cooper Kupp. If you work out a deal and the money makes sense, okay, all systems go. Blockbuster deal. Even when it comes to Stephon Diggs, you guys have heard me say, if the money makes sense, you're already paying the $16 million dead cat hit from Stephon. This is a big decision, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at the free agency market, someone that does excite me, Tutu Atwell. Very young. You're not going to have to break the bank on him. And guess where he just played? The Los Angeles Rams. You guys let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Should the Houston Texans try to trade for Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Cooper Kupp? For more Houston Texans content, you guys know what to do. Feel free to follow me for more. Episode brought to you and powered by BetUS. You guys have a very, very blessed day.